Hello everyone, it's Pelican Dude, and welcome to another game of Planetary Annihilation. So this will be my second commentary since my long leave of absence. Hopefully not my last. I'm going to keep trying to make 2 or 3 videos per week, but nothing too much because I just don't have time between work and stuff like that. But I want to keep trying 2 and 3 videos per week. And I don't want to try every day more than just time reasons, also just because I don't want to get myself burnt out, because the game is still a little bit frustrating at times. It's not done. I can't emphasize that enough. So it is a fun game, and if you buy it now while the Steam summer sale is still going to be lasting a little bit, I would take advantage of that because, you know, even if it's not completely done yet, if you want it when it comes out, you can get it for half off right now, because I'd be willing to bet that it will still be $50 when it comes out, because when a game is first released, quotation marks, is definitely the best time to charge the most money for it, as I'm sure most of you can probably understand. So we have a fairly nice planet here, and thankfully I've managed to spawn in this fairly good concentration of metal deposits. We're in a 5-man free-for-all. So we're going to see shortly. I hope that there's no other player within this little section, because that would put us both of us behind and make us easy to eliminate for the other players in the game. But sometimes you just gotta take what the game's spawn system gives you. So we'll see what happens. Just going for fairly classic start. You stall on metal a little bit this way if you only make 1 metal extractor instead of 2 at the beginning before you make your first factory, but ultimately it is a little bit of a faster start than making 2 metal extractors and then the factory, because you get your cons out a little bit quicker, and even though you stall a little bit, again, the net kind of growth of your base will be a tad bit bigger, which at the beginning of the game, you know, maybe not quite as important as something like StarCraft, but the beginning of the game is incredibly crucial, where a few seconds can be a difference between life and death later on, when you're establishing your beginning base, basically, because, you know, a few energy points at the beginning, so to speak, can translate to having the advantage of a lot more later on, which maybe that wasn't the most descriptive or as descriptive as I intended it to be, but hopefully you all kind of get the idea. So just kind of, you know, want to keep a general production that's pretty good. You want to kind of keep building things in the same general area, so that way con units don't have to travel as far, because if you can get away with building something close to where something already is, then you might as well build there, because then you're not wasting the time that could be spent building more stuff with time that it takes for units to travel different places. So this is a bit of an exception, because I'm sending this con out here, and we're kind of going to be trying to just expand our empire a little bit and get more of the planetary surface under our control by pushing this way, as well as trying to push down here. Does not look like we have any enemy players right in that immediate area, so I'm going to go ahead and tap those. This episode's like, I didn't intend it to be, but it's almost turning into like a live com / tutorial, which is all good. That works. And now at this point, I definitely want to start worrying about my actual unit production. So 6 factories might seem like a lot at this point in the game, but it's really actually not, and because you're going to need a lot of units in this game, and just the quicker you can get them out, the better. So we'll just start on that, and then we have our expansion going. That's nice. We do have an enemy contact down here. Actually, we're going to focus. We're going to fall back and see what that is exactly. We have some lag, hopefully. Okay, that is... Okay, they're building a laser defense tower there. We're going to fall back a little bit, and just out of range of that, build another one. Oh, he's building a dual, and we're only building a single. Theoretically we'll be fine. So we're going to start building some tanks. Hope that the lag doesn't come back, because I really hate lag, and it just ruins games in my opinion, because it just makes it terrible and hard to play. We have, again, that enemy laser turret. We'll fall back a little ways, make that there. See what we can get there in terms of tanks. Unfortunately, 2 tanks is not going to be... Oh, and it would appear that it has longer range, too, which is unfortunate. So we're going to hope that they don't push up with anything. We'll see, though. And we'll see how this goes. So we have a fair expanse of the planet now under our control. We're going to try and grab a Tech 2 factory now, even though maybe it would be wise to wait a little bit longer. We're going to have this guy make some additional energy plants down here for later on, as well as we have, okay, we just took that out. We don't want to sneak too close. We do not want tanks getting too close, because then that means we'll have units dying to that laser turret. Right now we're doing okay. We have an enemy contact way down to our south, but that's a pretty good distance away. Need more energy. Our commander's working on that in addition to the bot there. I interchangeably use bot and vehicle, so I apologize for anyone who's like super OCD. Heck, we'll see what we can do here. Okay, we're gonna fall back a little bit because there's enemy tanks coming, and I don't want to risk anything too drastic. Okay, I don't know where you're going, but you're gonna help with that. We do have enough to take that out, actually. So we're just gonna push up ahead, kill that, and then we'll push down here. That will serve as like a first line of defense, I guess you could say. We have a lot of tank production now, which is nice. They only have... Okay, we're going to kill off these metals before we engage down there. I don't know what's really down there. Okay, that's an orbital launcher. We are going to kill that. And then we're going to make orbital radar, because I don't want to get caught with my pants down and have enemy stuffs attacking from above. We'll have a couple of more vehicle plants down there in addition to that bot factory. We have stopped their orbital incursion. I'm hoping that we managed to get him before he went off-world, though I doubt it. We'll just assume the worst, so to speak. We have a force over there that we'll have to pay attention to, or continue to pay attention to. We'll see what else needs to be done here. This combat bot, I mean, we need to make some repellents, basically, and then another radar tower there to expand our intelligence network a little bit more in that direction. It looks like his commander did get off-world, but that's okay, as long as... Okay, some of these only take 2 engines, which means that they'll have a fairly easy time destroying us, perhaps, but hopefully not anything too terrible. Did someone just get annihilated? It's hard for me to tell because I have the fraps counter in the corner, so it's hard for me to tell exactly how many people are actually left in the game. We're going to make a turret there, and then we'll worry some more about that. So we have our commander. We're going to have him continue making a nice little anti-aircraft net around our base. We have Tech 2 almost done, which, just for the sake of the economy, isn't good for us. We're stalling through this in terms of energy, but that's going to end shortly. And then we'll just make 1 tower, actually, because he doesn't really have too much to actually attack us with. And then we'll actually use them to continue producing additional energy things. So we've got our artillery here, which I'd rather have attack the factory so we can just cut off whatever production he does have left. And then we have... They might take out that... Yeah, I think they might actually manage to take out that artillery installation, but that's actually okay. And unfortunately that wreckage is blocking that, but okay, we're going to be able to kill most of those tanks, it looks like. Okay, well, I guess the turrets are not quite as strong as they used to be, in my opinion. We'll find out shortly about... where's the artillery? There we go, Pelter. Make another one, because we have the eco for it. We'll look up here. We could send the tanks in to attack this base here, but our just normal structures have it covered fairly well, so we're going to send the tanks over to the side and use them to hopefully just attack that force up there. We also have this force down here that we'll have to deal with eventually. Have an advanced con unit now. So actually this guy, I originally queued him up with several lines of basic energy, but we're just going to worry right now, at least, about getting him with just more advanced energy, basically, because that's more important. Looks like he's got some artillery, yeah, that we might be able to take out in this push, depending on, I think it's that structure there, probably. So we'll see if we can push in. Yeah, that's definitely it. So we'll be able to kill it in this push. And rid ourselves of that Scourge. Looks like he has another artillery installation down here, which we'll take out now. Yep, like so. And we'll see how far into his base we can get. So we didn't really lose any structures to that enemy artillery, which is nice. They attempted to push up here. It looks like they got a couple of our cons, but nothing too serious. And we'll just continue. We'll just turret creep right into their base, basically. That's a strategy that does work fairly well. So we'll have this guy just focus again on that plant. And looks like they got taken out by his army, unfortunately, but that's okay because we did manage to put a good bout into it. Now we're stalling on metal, so we'll worry about getting our advanced metal up, because that will be important at this point. We have our turret creep that's going fairly well, although it took out a couple more of our con units by the looks of it. And that will probably kill them. So we're just going to tempt them in a little bit. And their factory is now dead, so they can't really send any reinforcements. Actually, we'll send the tanks down just to eliminate his last presence on this planet. And we need to worry about our economy right now more than anything, in my opinion, because we will definitely be needing to deal with whatever threat they do send at us, because that guy who went orbital could very well smash a planet into this place. So we want to make sure that we have the means to deal with that. So probably what we should be doing right now is just basically trying to tech up, get ourselves up to a point where we can just roll on, maybe launch some nukes at him before he is able to establish himself well on that other planet. Would be a good idea. These three factories will set the waypoint a little bit further down. We'll probably, yeah, we'll expand down here and claim these. And then we'll be able to take out his base. Yeah, so we've got the means to take his base now. We'll get these two really quick and then build a laser tower. And then we'll come down here and take the metal that he had in his possession. Then we'll reroute more forces over there. We want to take control of this planet, but we want to do it without risking having our kind of area compromised in terms of they might be able to, you know, just smash a planet into us. So if we can take this planet and hold it and prevent it from, you know, just being annihilated, that's good. But if we're not quick enough on our feet, then we'll get killed just with a moon smashing into our foreheads, basically, which is not good. So we've took out his energy economy there. So he's dead, like I said. We're going to find out... Here we go. I should have built an orbital deep space radar earlier. That was a bit of a mistake of mine. But oh well, better late than never, I suppose. We're gonna move in here as our tanks are easily taking out that force. And we'll move down here because I believe, okay, we've got couple orbital contacts. And then we'll see what else is about in the universe. What has orbital stuff and what doesn't. So it seems like right now... So he's got a bunch of orbital fighters, but that's really no problem for us unless he starts making anti-ground things, which doesn't look like he has at this point. Oh, we've got a large army from white now, so we're going to divert more troops down this way to deal with that, hopefully. We'll have this guy start making anti-aircraft, because we probably will need that. And then here we'll start making Tech 2 tanks, and some grenadiers probably be useful. We have the nuke silo almost done at this point, and then we'll focus on getting some additional advanced metal, so that way we'll have that at our disposal. Then we'll have a flat gun or two here to protect that, in addition to some heavy turrets. Then the tanks that were left over from that, we'll mobilize them down there. He has a fairly large army that I don't really want to deal with at the moment, because I'm afraid that if I do, this guy down here has a much larger army and take advantage of our weakness and kill us, which I do not want, obviously. So where is this guy going? Just down there. So we'll have these guys continue to work on some advanced energy plants for us, as well as a couple flak cannons to protect them. We have advanced metal going up, and just everything is generally looking alright for us at this point. We're going to reset the waypoint of these factories to be down here, because that's probably where our primary threat is going to be coming from. So yeah, things are looking, I mean, don't want to be too optimistic, but they're looking fairly good at the moment. We have a sprawling economy and not much to contest us that we know of. We have a nuke on the way. I will make an orbital launcher at this point. You don't want to make an orbital launcher too early unless you are planning on just fleeing the planet. Okay, someone just probably bought it. Yeah, it looks like Nanosarge got annihilated. So he is out of the game now. We're going to... That looks like that might have been him over there. And so we're going to attack... We'll probably go for white because he probably has... He's the largest threat to us at the moment. So we'll focus on him first. We'll need more advanced stuff in a few moments. In the meantime, we'll reclaim that to give us a little bit of an eco boost. But yeah, let's move in. We'll see what he's got down here. Okay, we've got actually quite a lot. It looks like our army is larger, but if we come around this way, I don't know what these are, but we might be better off. Well, it might be better off dealing with his army first, because if we don't, then he might take advantage of our army being away and be able to attack our vulnerable base. So I'll take advantage of that, and I'll try and attack him and kill him. I don't know if this is a line of turrets or what he's got going on there. He has a medium-sized army. Okay, we have some orbital fighters going up. We have our army engaging White's army. Looks like we'll win the battle, especially since I do have a handful of Tech 2 units mixed in there. Not much, but a handful, which are definitely going to help chew through those Tech 1s without much difficulty. We're going to keep track of him Looks like he has a lot of aircraft, so we want to buff our anti-aircraft capability, definitely. And we've got Tech 2 tanks coming in from the side there, which is no good. We'll divert forces that way. And just keep pounding, though, down here. Unfortunately, the formation of the ground is making it difficult for us to deal with the enemy. Just because our forces are going to have to pour through this rather narrow gap, which makes them vulnerable. But we are doing alright, and that's an enemy commander, which I'm hoping we'll be able to kill. I really hope we'll kill that. Please kill it. Get in range, and then we'll just be able to... Okay, if all of them can fire on him, yeah, I think he's probably going to die. Yeah, so he's probably dead here. We don't want to get too fixated. Yeah, we're good. So he's gone, so we don't have to deal with him anymore. Our tanks are moving in to deal with the Tech 2 tanks that had kind of slapped us over here. Oh, our Tech 2 cons actually did survive that were over in this area. So we're just going to go ahead and rebuild quickly. We've got a lot of enemy bombers, though. So our commander is... Where is our commander? This is kind of a panic moment, because we have a lot of enemy aircraft coming at us. Where is our commander? Seriously. Oh gosh, there he is. Alright, so I got a phone call at this point in the game, but to briefly explain what's going on right now before we come back to my normal live commentary, basically what's going on is I'm suffering a massive aerial attack, which thankfully I built enough AA to kind of fend it off. But the thing is that really they should have targeted something more important, like my commander, because they had enough aircraft to really take him out if they had only found him. But what they do instead is just kind of try and generally attack everything and not really concentrate their firepower on any one object, which just kind of leads to this massive explosion storm seen here and allows me to fend them off. Alright, sorry there, I had a phone call. But we managed to take out the player to our south. We just suffered a bit of a loss, but nothing too important, actually, at this point in the game. And we'll beat it off pretty quickly here. Our commander survived. I feel like the commander icon needs to be, like, drastically bigger than all the other icons, because that would make him a lot more identifiable. We're just going to quickly rebuild the lost factories, because that's the biggest thing we lost is those factories. We didn't really lose any of our advanced eco, thankfully. But we managed to fight off a large air attack, and we managed to fight off that minor land attack, and a lot of our army down here is actually still alive, so we'll use that to maybe flank around the edge here. We'll cancel production of those and use orbital fabrication bots to get some superior orbital force up and running. We're going to deny the enemy some intelligence here, hopefully at least. So we knew there was an enemy base up here, so we're going to try and take that, or at least as much of it as we can. When we have a force that I'm willing to bet we'll be able to kill the enemy with. Yeah, here's his commander right here. I don't know if we'll be able to kill it or not, depending on how many defenses he has and how many aircraft he has. But hopefully we'll kill this progenitor, not Anemicus technically, sorry. So many commander types in this game. I like the commander types. I always play with the progenitor, just because it's my favorite. I don't know why. So we got him. So we've got that out of the way, but now I'm worried. The thing that worries me the most right now is the player who went to the other planet, because I don't know where he is precisely. We're gonna see, we can't really see him right now for some reason. He doesn't appear to have... Okay, we've got an orbital presence on this planet. This is the one with only 2. So we've got, that is our orbital, this Bettini or whatever. Yeah, this one. This is the one with the enemy orbital presence at, and that's... He might smash it into us, but he won't smash it unless he's confident he can kill us, I'm guessing, because that would be unwise for him to smash it and then, you know, basically lose his entire army to us. So we're going to take out that last orbital fighter. I don't know what all is going on here in terms of production. We'll make an orbital factory because we'll need one of those later on as well. I don't know. Our nuke's almost ready, so we might try an orbital recon run, basically, and then nuke them. That sounds like a good plan to me, at least. We'll try and see if he has anti-nukes. I'm hoping he doesn't, but there's a good chance he does. We'll build a couple anchors around this point, and then we'll get some cons building a teleporter down here so we can use that for our armies, and then some more advanced plants going on. And then now we can just do that basically, for the meantime at least. And there we are. So we're gonna find out what exactly is going on this planet. Hopefully, at least, we'll find out what's going on this planet. So yeah, advanced radar satellite, and then quite a few of those. And then we'll make another one of these. And got a fairly good supply here. We still have some advanced cons somewhere, I'm hoping. Yes, no? Perhaps.
Additional metal extractors required.
Doesn't look like it. Oh, here they are. So we're actually going to pull those off of that con job, and we're going to make an anti-nuke, which is somewhere. Yeah, there it is. We'll make it there. And then where's our nuke? Right here. So it's done now, actually. And this is the one with the orbital presence, right? Yes. Okay, we'll drop it right about here. Looks good. See what we can take out. Can I launch? Yeah, okay, it's going. So I didn't know if they had changed the mechanics of the interorbital nuking system. So now I'm going to send these actually out to hit him. That's not his planet. We're going to get our commander off-world, I think will be our next logical step. So hopefully, yeah, okay. Got a nuke inbound to him. And there it is. And as long as it doesn't get shot down, that means he doesn't have any anti-nukes. Which it doesn't, it looks like it's going to impact. Though I might be mistaken, it looks like we're gonna hit it. Please hit, please hit, please hit. Yeah, okay, good. So we just hit there, and bammo. And make a teleporter, please. Yes, and we made it, and now we're going to link it to this one, and all of you units are going to go through now as soon as possible. And then we're going to go to that one, and we're going to invade. So the teleporter strategy, in my opinion, teleporters need to be fixed, because I think it's really lame that we can do what I just did. I actually don't like that at all. But it's kind of part of the game for the moment, and it's likely to be that way for a while. So it's just kind of something that we'll have to deal with. But whatever. That's just the way it's gonna be for now until we get the unit cannon. That's the way that we're going to deal with these things, more or less. And we have a lot of enemy forces actually on this planet, which is not cool. A lot of Tech 2 forces. And I was not expecting that, but we might be able to overcome, just barely, but... Okay, looks like we took out most of their stuff here. Keep sending reinforcements. So they kind of got us a little bit on that one. But we took out a lot of their economy, I'm guessing. And that's what's important. So we've got our own anti-nuke, which apparently anti-nukes no longer come with a pre-built nuke. That's interesting. Gonna keep building orbital fighters. He has an army here now, which is not fun. We're gonna see what we can see over here. Would appear... He probably has a teleporter, if I had to guess. Did I just overlook this? I don't know if this is his original base or if I overlooked it. And I want to find his commander, but I doubt... Yeah, it looks like this might actually have been his original base. But he does have a teleporter here as well. But again, no anti-nuke, or so it would appear. So we'll be able to take this out, along with a large section of his army, fairly quickly. And all of these can come down here. So I'm imagining that he'd be pretty well on his way to making those engines by now. So I want to get off planet with my commander and a bunch of con units. Sounds like an ideal plan. So hopefully that'll be good. Alright, so as soon as this is done, which... It's going to be done soon, like I said. It's going to nuke there, which will probably take out... Oh, okay, come on. There, that would work. Seems like an ideal location. See what we can kill. We might lose because he might have time. There we go. Well, at least his presence there is pretty much done at this point. We'll just mop up. Okay. And we've got 4 orbital con units, which we really want more. And where's another thing? We'll send some units there,
Insufficient metal.
including our commander. They have another teleporter built, so I guess kind of just in case, so to speak. They might start sending more units through, but I doubt they will. Although it's always a possibility. Lots of possibilities that can be explored. I want to send a swarm of construction fabricators and orbital things, hopefully to that planet, and then we'll be able to basically just exterminate them. Send another gate up here, and we'll use that to send our commander through, because we're not going to want him on this planet much longer than how long he's already been here. He's sending something at us, which is no good. So let's establish this as soon as we can. Want to get this base up and running. I want to link this, please. There we go. So we've managed to take this out. I mean, we lost that force, but I don't really care about that force, as you could probably tell. So we've got 15 of those, and then we'll send them down there and quickly spam a lot of stuff. Part of my evil plan. What? Nemec Commander oh, they're just talking about the wreckage. That was freaking me out there, buddy. And then this one will send to the south there, because I want as little conspicuousness as possible here. And then we'll set up an anti-nuke, and then some energy, and then an advanced factory, and then we'll start just working on that. Sounds good to me.
More metal is required.
So at the southern end of the planet, we're about to do mischievous things, essentially. And hope for the best.
More energy is required.
And then link these two. Darn it. Link these two. Why are they not linking exactly? Point of interest. You
Insufficient metal.
screwball. Ugh. Please link. Why on earth? Why are you putting me through this? Come on. I want this to be linked up, but it's just not. Fine. Be that way. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna have to do this in an interesting fashion. We'll send this giant force up here. Or I guess we'll just send this force up here. And this giant force will remain there. We'll try our hand at an orbital assault, I guess.
More meta is required.
Might as well save this army. We might need it later. Actually, that might be our best bet. Is to use this as a projectile and smash his planet. See, at this point in the game, it's always a little hard. You're trying to figure out what exactly to do, because not all the methods that we will eventually have of fighting each other exist yet. So you kind of have to try and figure it out.
Insufficient metal.
We'll see. We'll send this off to... What's a planet worth saving? There. We'll use that as a depot for all of our vehicles to eventually fight with the enemy. And then you guys here will make lots of orbital launchers, and that will hopefully be useful in their elimination. And then up here, he might try something devious.
Additional metal extractors required.
Yeah, he's trying something devious, as I previously suggested. If we can't smash this planet, okay, we need that sheller done, and we need it fast. Because we need to take out that gate before that happens. Ugh. See, that's why I think that we need that. What? Oh, that's not a sheller. Meh. Okay, so he's just blocking me from trying anything smart, basically, right now. Unless we link these like so. Yep. And they all can flow through, and they can fight. Looks like they didn't come through fast enough, though. Why did they not all flow through? Don't understand why they went that way instead of whatever. So this is all kind of a giant screw up right now with nothing to do. we'll just make nukes as quickly as possible, more or less, which we don't have the metal for, because this idiot's denying it from us. Or he's not really being an idiot. In a way, he's just being annoying. And then these two...
Insufficient metal.
See if there's anywhere on his planet that we can successfully land. Maybe right here. Just maybe. He's got a lot of orbital fighters, I'll give him that.
Insufficient metal.
I've tried this way too many times. There we go. Come on, let's have it work this time. Okay. No, not enough junk got through. They destroyed the portal too quickly. Yeah, we've got nothing here. Got no way of... Well, we can make another one. So we'll have to send an orbital invasion force. Or we can use the nukes.
Additional metal extractors required.
Which might be what we end up doing. That seems more viable at this point. Oh yeah. Wait, what? That came out of nowhere. I didn't get the warning for it. Oh well. Well, that's what happens, I guess. So that's what happens when you just get locked into an interstellar conflict and teleporters are instantly buildable. So there you go, guys. Okay, so I'll now take this opportunity to try and explain what I probably could have done better here. This is being recorded after the fact now, at least this little segment is. What I probably should have done and just focused on a ton of eco and tried to eliminate what presence he did have left on the planet and gone for mass, basically a giant swarm of orbital fighters earlier on, so that way I could have hopefully locked him onto his planet and gotten control of his orbital altitude, and also just massive amounts of eco on my planet to spam lots of nukes. Unfortunately, I just got bogged down and distracted by the amount of playing fields available, which is something that's easy to do in Planetary Annihilation when you have so many planets, but hopefully better luck next time, and hopefully you guys can learn from my mistake. So with that, thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope that all of you have a nice day.